What the?
No, that's not me! What? The game was exclusive to Apple Arcade? What the hell?
We all see the new birds in this game like Ruby, Joe, and the new bird named Gordon, but despite that, it still looks good, and after all, you decided that this game will be only exclusive to Apple Arcade, a video game subscription service that is only used by Apple devices like iPad, iPhone, Mac, and Apple TV. And worst of all, I'm not even using Apple devices yet. I'm an Android user, and frankly, all of my viewers watching this are Android users, and almost all the people in this earth are using Android devices. So seeing a new Angry Birds game that is only used on Apple devices and paying real money to subscribe to this server is disappointing and freaking out. We now have two Angry Birds games that look faithful to the original game that is still not available for Android devices. What are you gonna do? Make another Angry Birds game, huh? Exclusive to this server and not available on Android? Screw you big cash cow. And the thing is, after we remove all the classic Angry Birds games, we're now stuck with overproduced games that are not even faithful to the original. Well, I say Angry Birds, but still, I get that you want the sprites that are not used by microtransactions in-app purchases and adds into it. I get that. You want the game that's not falling into your mobile gaming trap. You want the game to be as good as other before. So having a game that is exclusive to the subscription service that you need to pay dollars and having no in-app purchases and that's into it, it's great. I don't want this game to be bombarded by ads, so it's good. You have the game that is the polar opposite of modern mobile games. Well, come on, the exclusives are only used on Apple devices, but not Android. Are you gonna force us to buy Apple devices? No, you can't. And most of all, some of them are too expensive, so this is so pathetic. All the Apple users are playing the new Angry Birds games like Reloaded and Bounce. We Android users are now stuck with this open to this Angry Birds games that is over decades later, and that is not even including the fact that some of them are not even good, not even close. Look, if you want the Angry Birds games that are still exclusive to your video game subscription service, look no further than Netflix. Why Netflix exactly? Well, you can already tell Netflix made a video game subscription service much like Apple Arcade, and it has no in-app purchases and ads into it. And what we got? Let's see. Sonic Mania Plus. Okay. Street Fighters. Alright. Red Dead San Andreas. Oh, a classic! As you can see, we have seen all the games on the subscription service are good. I mean, you could tell by adding Sonic Mania in this, and not to mention the added GTA San Andreas. Sorry, I'm gonna mention how she get right. And the best of all of this is on Android devices. That means we're gonna play these classic games on my phone. Besides, you have to pay an extra bucks to play them at least. But we don't bother by the ads we see a billion times and microtransactions in it. Now what about Angry Birds? Well, you see, the game is exclusive to Apple Arcade, and much like Netflix in the game, this happens to be a paid subscription service that won't have ads and microtransactions in it. Guess what the game is that, right? Reloaded and Bounce. And why is it problem? Well, Apple Arcade made by Apple that is only exclusive by Apple devices, not Android. That means you're gonna play these two Angry Birds games that is faithful to the original that you only plan to use on Apple devices, not Android. This is a big opportunity for us being an Android user. You have to pay these two Angry Birds games that you only play on Apple devices. You've warped us into a cold mobile. Do you think having got us new Angry Birds games while you got us nothing? Let me guess. What you gave us? Open to these games. What are you mind, Romeo? And what about the subscription service? Well, maybe we could at least release Angry Birds games on Netflix. Let me give you the exact reason. You have a Netflix show called Angry Birds Summer Madness. Well, yes, the show is not even that relevant as much as not even great, but at least they tried. But why there's no Angry Birds games based on that show? Or have a game on Netflix games? We see how they used the tune design in their game after the tune was first aired, and also having the movie design when the Angry Birds video was available is
so such a missed opportunity to have a game based on that show. The subscription service was announced and launched before the show was released, so it is a shame we haven't got that when Netflix games were still in developing stage. Well, yes, it may not be perfect as much and it will be such another over to this game, but at least you could still play them on Android. It's that simple. Or we could have got Angry Birds games based on the design of the original on Netflix games. The game will be a massive and more popular, but no, instead we got them on that service not only made by Apple devices. We could have played Angry Birds Bounce when it's on Netflix, but no, instead we have to play them if we have Apple devices. This is literally a disappointment about how Warrior and Sega treat Angry Birds as of right now. You could at least try to get this game if you had them on different streaming servers like Netflix for example, but no, I guess Angry Birds Bounce is only exclusive to Apple devices. I guess this is what Angry Birds is today. What a disappointing for us being an Android user. At least we got Ruby and Joe being a playable character for the first time in this series. Hope you were congratulating them for being a playable character, but it's disappointing that we don't play them if we had Apple devices. Such a waste opportunity for our Android users.